Hello, I'm Aaron.
And I'm Trina, and we're the DnD Bears.
As you can probably tell, there's a few changes between this video and the last videos that we showed you guys. First of all, that I am now bald, or pretty much bald. And second of all, that we moved. We went ahead and got a house that we very much enjoy. But we're in the process of making our studio room a studio room. And so bear with us as things are probably not as optimal as we would like. But with that being said, let's dive right into today's video.
So today we thought we would talk about 7 annoying things that players may do that they should stop doing.
Now, before we start complaining, we know that players are awesome. We love playing with people, but everyone has something that's kind of snuck in there and, a bad habit here and there that everyone else would wish they didn't do, basically.
So, if you want to make your playing experience just even better, pay attention to these tips. So, our first is to be present. Alright, so you are coming down the mountain and it's very snowy. And as you do so, there's these little wispy thingies that are landing on your nose. What are you doing? There's little wispy things that are landing on your nose.
I have a brush off.
Alright, they brush it off, but Aaron. If you can be present, then all our other tips will stem from that. If you can 100% be present in your games, then you will be a much better player and that you will be able to be engaged and have a lot of fun with your game.
And at the end of the day, being present just means that you're there, you're participating, and you're not letting something else take your attention away. No matter whose turn it is, no matter what's happening, you're there to play D&D. You're there to have a good time with your friends, family, whoever, and you're just ready to jump in and laugh and have fun together. Number 2, pay attention when it's not your turn. All right, so Golcum sees his arch nemesis that you have helped get Golcum 2. You've helped strengthen Golcum, and now he's finally ready.
Oh no, I'm just in the middle of playing D&D right now, but it's... Carissa?
I've seen this all too often where when it's your turn, you're fully engaged, you love it, it's great, and then we move on to somebody else, and it's like, oh, okay. Time to zone out. Time to go on my phone. Time to do something else. And man, a D&D game is just never it's never at its most fun unless everyone is listening and paying attention. Katrina goes and does this super awesome feat, like she draws Excalibur, and the whole table just, whoa, and it's so cool, and the whole table's just like, oh, dang it, or, oh, yeah, and that's cool, and it's not distracting to have those, like, woo, it's cool, it makes you feel empowered or more sad. It takes whatever emotion that you are feeling because of the game and just
exponential.
And it's just exponentially more emotion, and it's just way more fun. And so pay attention, even when it's not your turn.
You want others to give you that respect, so give it to others as well. Number 3, give others a chance to shine. So, it is probably going to be best for a stealth on this approach. We need someone who's going to go in and get out silently or be able to talk their way out. Who do we think is best for the job?
Me.
You're a fighter. You've got
I'm a
armor.
fighter.
Okay.
Me.
You have heavy armor on, so you have disadvantage on
Yeah,
stealth.
Golcum, our thief, he got a natural 1 last time, okay? And that's with the plus 16. Okay? If he can get a natural 1 like that, he doesn't deserve to stealth. I'm going.
You know that he's the best stealther.
No, I'm the best stealther. He got a natural one.
So nothing is worse for a player than someone else who is kind of taking all the glory, wanting to do every single check, wanting to do every single conversation, and not allowing other people to have their moments to shine or let them be exemplified in what they're really good at as a character.
There are many types of characters. It isn't just, I'm just trying to be my character all the time and I'm always just going to be my character. That is a type of character, full-on role play. But the best type of character is one that can full-on role play and still keep their
Fellow players?
Yeah, their fellow players involved. When you see a strength, let's say that you're really strong, or let's say you're a really quick and agile person, and you have a little bit of strength, and a strength feat comes up, and you have this really strong party member, we can handle it. I could do the strength thing, but they're going to feel a lot cooler if they do it.
Yeah.
4, limit side conversations. Okay, so Golcum, you're going to go ahead and head on over to the witch's hut. And, are you in love with her or something?
What?
Are you in love with her or something?
The what?
You're going over to the witch's hut.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, so you're going over to the witch's hut, who has the living water.
Could you change the water over there? Sorry, I just wanted to be different.
So they have the living water.
Living water again.
Yeah, and she's going to send you up to a mountain, to get that living water. Unfortunately, when you show up, she power word kills you.
What?
As you can see, when someone else is talking while the DM is talking, or while there's other players role playing, especially if it's to someone in a different room, if you're online, when they're talking to somebody and their mic is picking up everything that they're saying, it just rips you out of the role play, and it just rips you out of the immersion. And so just be courteous. That's not to say that you can't ever have a side convo ever. If let's say my wife needs something from me, that's okay to say something. But for the most part, be courteous to your other players. Know that they can hear you. And try to just keep that to a minimum, so that the game can stay immersed.
This also goes for if you are trying to have a conversation in character with somebody else, but the DM is having another conversation with somebody else. Wait for the DM to get to you instead of just barreling in, thinking that you don't need the DM for this conversation. You're just trying to say something to another player. We know that, but we want everyone to experience all the conversations that are happening on the table.
And that kind of just goes with pay attention when it's not your turn.
Yeah.
We want to hear you talk. But everyone wants to hear you talk, so let's do it when everybody can hear you talk.
Yeah. Number 5, joking. Alright, so you have just arrived into the royal castle.
Ooh.
And you are taken into the throne room, where you will see the king sitting on his throne.
Well, what does it look like in the throne room?
It's there are draperies falling down, there's big...
I pee on the drapes!
You're gonna go pee on the drapes?
I'm just kidding. I don't do that.
Okay.
That'd be stupid.
Yeah. Anyways, there's big windows. The king is sitting very royally in his throne, crown atop head. And he's got...
gaze out the window. This town is beautiful. Oh! And just fall through.
Okay, you land and die.
I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that.
Okay. Anyways, so yeah, the king's got his royal steward beside him, and he'll go, "Welcome, adventurers, to the king's hall. We have a quest for you."
Yeah, buddy. Well, my quest is to kill the king. Ah! And I stab him.
You stab the king?
Yeah, I stab him.
All right.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
3 chances, you're out. You stab the king, and hundreds of guards swarm you and kill you. You're dead.
What?
Now, we're not trying to say that there can't be any joking or fun things happening at the table. We just want to say, stay immersed in your character, and don't go joking like you're gonna go off and do some strange, weird thing, and then just say "just kidding" a lot. Try and do what your character would do, and it's okay to say things like, "Oh man, it'd be so funny if Karen threw up right now." That's totally fine, but just stay in your character.
Yeah, and you know, and if you throw out, you know, like a "just kidding" or "wouldn't that be so funny"
every once in a while, yeah,
that's great. But man, it should not be every other word. You should not be thinking about "wouldn't that be so funny" all the time. You know, you should be thinking about your character, and chances are likely you're gonna have a lot more fun as you do that as well.
Either that or actually do your jokes, you cowards. No, sorry. Anyways.
It'd be kind of fun to do that. Number 6, keep your D&D knowledge and your character's knowledge separate. All right. So you are a level 1 goblin. You just got out of your goblin village and you're just heading on out for your first adventure ever. You take a couple steps out of your forest and you see up ahead a silver dragon land.
A silver dragon? Oh man, we gotta be careful because they got a cold breath. But silver dragons can be nice sometimes, I think. And they can transform into people. That's what we should do. We should try and get them to transform into a person and be our friend. Hi, Silver Dragon! Come be our size!
He opens his mouth and shoots you with a fire breath.
A fire breath is a Silver Dragon!
This is hard to do sometimes, especially for people that have been playing for a while. We know a lot. We know that when we see, a silver dragon, for instance, that they can shape change into you. Now, of course, we probably should be a little bit more cautious than a goblin walking up to a silver dragon, but we know a lot more than our character should. It's still fun to try to pretend or act, be your character, and it's fun to not know everything. To go in, maybe even in the back of your head, you know that maybe this might be dangerous, but your character doesn't know. And it's kind of fun to watch things unfold.
And if you're not sure what you know, go ahead and ask your DM, like, do I know anything about this? And they'll go ahead and tell you what you know, and then you can roleplay off of that.
A real quick tip for DMs for DMing for really experienced players, though, is change the monsters up. Not as in find different monsters. Have a monster that everyone thinks they know and change some of their abilities. Make it so they can do new and interesting things. Not only will it throw them through a loop, it'll just add an essence of fun that isn't there when you're just battling the same monsters over and over again.
And finally, our last tip is to stay off of your phone. All right. So, you are there at the party, and there are many nobles all around, and one of them, with a mask on, is going to come up to you and bow and go, "Might I have this dance?" What do you say?
Huh?
A noble comes up to you and says, "Might I have this dance?"
I'll be like, I don't dance.
Okay. What are you doing for the party?
I think I'm just going to go into a corner and look mysteriously on as everybody else dances.
Okay. You know that you're supposed to be finding a traitor.
I'll let my companions do that.
Now, of course, you can have character sheets on your phone, but there's nothing more disheartening to a DM or other players when you've been planning and crafting this wonderful tale and this wonderful world, and your player just isn't paying attention and is on their phone, is more interested in what's on that screen than what you have to say. We know there's no intentional disrespect given, but too often than not, you'll get engrossed in what you're looking at or singing, playing with, and end up not paying attention when you really should be, as we said, present.
Exactly. So that is the 7 things that we think that players do that are a little bit annoying, that if were ceased to be done, everyone would just have an even better time. What are some things that annoy you when you play D&D?
What are some things that annoy you guys when you're playing D&D? Leave them in the comments below.
We can't wait to hear about it, and who knows, maybe we'll make a video out of the suggestions you make.
Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next video.
Bye!